Hello, YouTube family. As you can see laid out here is a whole bunch of riding gear, and this is my video. It's going to be part 2 of a series of dirt biking on a budget, and I'm going to talk today about riding gear. What you see laid out is the absolute minimal products that you would need to go dirt biking. You know, trail riding, off-road riding, whatever you want to call it. Even motocross, as I use it for motocross. But I want to just show you real quickly why I haven't finished this series. I'm a little out right now because I'm doing some work on my bike. So I'm going to turn the camera and you can see. So what do we got here? We got suspension. We got the rear tire, swing arm. Oh, an engine. Engine taken apart on my workbench. There you go. We'll have to get back to that. Don't worry, nothing is wrong. Just going to do some upgrades. Over here, front forks, handlebars, front wheel. It looks so ugly when it's all apart, but whole box of stuff over there. But anyways, getting back to this video, and that's why I was delayed about making this video. This video is dirt biking on a budget and speaking to specifically in this video, the gear. Essential gear that you need, every person would need, new riders coming in, old riders, you know, replacing stuff. This is the essential products that you need. So the first thing I'm going to start off with, and I think everybody should think about this, is helmets. You really shouldn't compromise and look for the very, very cheapest. No, don't go to Walmart and buy your helmet. You know, don't go, I would even say don't even go to HJC. I know people like those HJC helmets, but frankly, they're not that great of a helmet. So for my example here, I have a Thor Sector Fader helmet. And this is what I would call budget-minded. If I had it to do again, I would get a different helmet. But minimally, this will fit anybody's needs. It's a high-quality helmet. What you're always going to be looking for is that it is DOT certified or CE certified, which is for the Canada stuff. But I love that helmet. I love the style. I think it has good lines. I don't know if I can show it to you, but there you go. I just think that helmet is freaking awesome. I love it. I love the colorway. It works with my bike, with the black and the white. Only weighs 3 pounds and has what they call an EPS system for the styrofoam, which means it's different densities in different areas to help with impact. And it's very good with ventilation. It has quite a bit of ventilation on the side here, in the front, underneath the visor. I'm really in love with it, so that's why I've kept it. It's really a good helmet. But just speaking in helmets in general, I wouldn't compromise. I don't think anybody should. I think that you should look for a helmet that has all the good qualities. That's you know, you don't have to buy the highest end with the carbon fiber and the fairy dust, but you should think about either an EPS liner, which is a multi-density styrofoam, or a MIPS system, which lets your head move instead of keeping it in one space when you take an impact. So it gives a little, your head actually moves within, the helmet moves outside of your head stays, your helmet actually moves, is kind of what happens. And it keeps you from having that sudden stop, which causes concussions. And that's what you want to avoid. Your head is the most important part of your body. If you have a hit to your head and you get a concussion, everything else just goes away with it. So it doesn't matter how strong you are. You can't train for that. And the effects are long-term. Everybody knows about concussions, multiple concussion problems. So I say get the best helmet you can afford and try to get a DOT or a CE certified helmet and you should be good to go. And here's my tips for saving money on them. First off, always look for the entry level or the, I'll call it entry level. Every manufacturer makes an entry level line in their product line. So at that level, you don't have all the bells and whistles, but you still have quality product. I would say, along with all of this gear, boots, riding socks, goggles, gloves, jerseys, pants. Not in this section here is a set of shin knee guards, which I have in my van. But if you need knee braces, I would say include those too. But every line of product, like these are Shift. I got Fox boots, Thor helmet. I'm definitely mismatched, but they all have entry levels, and that's where you should be looking if you're looking to do this on a budget. Another trick here would also be to buy towards the end of the year. So starting like around late October, early November, they start doing closeouts. They start doing, coming up on Christmas deals. The new lines come out for the new season. So the old stuff, the 1-year-old stuff will be discounted. And you should look at buying when they put it together. Like they'll make gear combos. The Shift stuff that you see right there, I bought 2, the white and the black, because they were selling them as combos of shirt, glove, pants for $100. Oh, 100 and something. And it was such a good deal, I got them in black and in white. I don't normally recommend white, but for summertime, it really is a good colorway for the hot season. Black or darker colors last longer because they hide the dirt. So that's why I have the 2 of them. But going back to just the products, helmet, number 1. The one thing you should spend the most money on is your helmet. Always try to take care of your head. Number 2, your boots. You want a quality boot. There is budget line boots, but try to go medium. If you can afford it, I would say go medium. You get better product. The boot I'm showing right now is a 2019 version of the Fox Comp boot. They don't even make it anymore, but I love this boot, and I'm going to run it until it dies because I love one thing about it that even the new higher quality boots don't have, and that's an internal lacing system that holds your foot in place. I don't know if I can even show it yet, but it's hard to do this one-handed. But inside here, yeah, you can't even see it. Inside there is a lace. You pull the lace tight and it cinches your foot down inside the boot. I've done a separate video of this so you can look it up and see, but okay, talking about boots in general. You want a boot that has a steel shank in it. You want to protect your arches in here. Number 1, very, very important. You want a boot that protects around your ankle. You want to hold that ankle tight. You want heel protection. You want it to be beefier in the heel and in the back. Because if your foot comes back and you hit your frame or you hit your swing arm, you want protection there. You always want protection in the front, in your shin guard. You want a good shin guard. You also want a good inside, something that's just not straight leather. Most boots don't have that have that now. They don't have just straight leather anymore. But so as far as my tips for boots, I would say look at the end of the year. Closeouts are good. Go to places like BTO.com, motorsports.com. My personal favorite, Rocky Mountain ATV MC, because for them, they have a policy, if it doesn't fit, you can ship it back to them and they'll get you the right one at no cost to you. They send you an extra label to send it back in case you have a problem, and that's a big deal. And their shipping is free for $75 and over, so. And there's lots of good boots out there now. I mean, for what you can get under $200 is amazing. Another tip for that, for all of this stuff, is hit up your Facebook groups, your marketplace. I'm in a couple of riding groups, and people post stuff in that all the time around here. And lean on your buddies too. You know, maybe they have an old set of gear that they'll sell you for cheap. You don't have to have the nicest, newest gear if you're starting out. You're just going to get it dirty anyway. So, you know, give it a good, you know, see if somebody has some extra gear that they might want to give you, sell you for cheap. Hit up Marketplace. I see Alpine Stars. That's my second favorite boot. Tech 7s and Tech 10s all the time on there. And I really recommend 7s. I've never been a big fan of the 10, but some people swear by them. But, you know, everybody's different. So to save some money, I got socks. These are just regular Dickie work socks. And I got a 3-pack for like way cheap, like less than $10, I think. And they go all the way up to my knee. I'm 5'8", and they go up to my knee. They won't cover for like knee braces, but yeah, cheap way. I mean, rider-specific socks are expensive as can be. So, you know, maybe think about getting a good thick Dickies sock. Goggles. Goggles have become so inexpensive, it's ridiculous. I love these because I have a thin face in the eye area, and these are Fox brand. It's hard to see, but you see the little fox there. And yeah, I really like these. They're thin. They're thin this way. There you go. Better. Lightweight. Good product. Like I said to you before, my gear is Shift. This stuff is Shift. Not a big fan. It was inexpensive, and they sold it as a set. Like I said, that's a really good way to save. You know, my combos came pant, jersey, and glove. Same there. Just in the black. Pant, jersey, gloves. Yeah. So, there's not a lot of tips here to save, unfortunately, other than what I've said to you before. Buy at the end of the year. If you can find discount codes. Sometimes on Pulp MX, they run a discount code on motorsport.com. And you can also do, people have told me mountain biking. You can look up in the mountain biking section, and they just have solid colorways of Shift, Fox, Thor, O'Neill. O'Neill, just in general, I'll say this. I'm not a fan of O'Neill gear because for me, I've worn holes in them. But to get started, O'Neill is one of the least expensive gear companies. In their bottom line gear is, you can't beat it as far as cost goes. Yeah, that's about all I got for you, unfortunately. There's just not, this is the basics. You definitely need to think about having a good quality helmet. If you can afford a MIPS helmet, I would say that is the way to go. It keeps your, it's just better protection for your head. It lets the helmet move while keeping your head kind of in the same spot. The helmet moves first, so you don't have that dead stop, which causes the injuries. Your eyes are like number 2. So always get yourself a good set of goggles. Goggles, you could buy 100% just came out with a new line. So did FMF. I think they're like $25 for their beginner budget line of product. Boots, with the exception of O'Neill, I think O'Neill is not a high quality in their budget line. But Malcolm Smith Racing, Cortez Arc boots. The very bottom of the Alpine Stars, I think you can still buy brand new Tech 3s, but definitely Tech 7s. CD, Garnet, those. I know I'm throwing out big names. Like I said, Facebook is your friend. Facebook groups and marketplace for pre-owned. When you're starting out, pre-owned it should be fine for you. I mean, don't be embarrassed by having gear that is pre-owned, because day one it's going to get all scratched up and dirty, and it's hard to keep the stuff really, really clean anyways, and it's not a fashion show. So I would say that's your best way to get riding gear at the very minimal cost. So just to set a price maybe. So if you're going to be buying a new bike, and you haven't done this before, and you're like, oh man, I've got to get gear stuff too. And I'm going to talk about the other stuff too that you need, like you're going to need gas cans and tie downs and loading ramps and all that stuff too. But just for the gear that you see laid out here, and I'm not including both sets, I'm just including one set of this. So I got these for like 100, one set. Goggles for like 25, 3-pack of Dickies socks was like $10. My helmet was, I think, 115, 109, something like that. My boots at the time were a discontinued closeout. That's a good thing to look at too. Look at closeouts, end of the year closeouts. I got my boots in 2019, but they were 2019 brand, and they were closing them out because they came out with a new model. My boots were $100, and I've seen the next version of this for 164. They don't always have the sizes, and they changed from the rubber strap, the 2 rubber straps, to buckles, and they got rid of the interior lacing. But anyways, you're going to spend $1, $2, $3, you got to figure on maybe $400 or $500 just to get your gear at a minimum, if you're buying it all brand new and you're looking for deals. So those costs are going to happen, unfortunately. That's about the budget you can do. Always look for what you can, search it. Internet, Facebook, your friends. End of year, always look for end of year. You get better deals at the end of the year. Look for value packs, like where they put them all together. And that's all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you got anything from it, please give me a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, and feel free to comment. The comments help me in the algorithm. So thank you much, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.